Hey, welcome back to Every Note Counts. Today I want to talk about some of my budget-friendly gear. Let's get into it. The first piece of gear I want to talk about is this Squier Bullet. Even though I'm a Strat guy right now, I chose the Squier Bullet Telecaster because of the string-through body. I didn't want a tremolo system on an inexpensive guitar. That just seemed like a headache that I didn't want to have to deal with. So what I love about this guitar is the color, first off. It's a very faint metallic blue. It also has that green pickguard. The string-through bridge with independently adjustable saddle pieces is really great for an instrument of this price point also, just because I don't want the barrel Telecaster setup on an inexpensive guitar. I'd like to be able to adjust each string independently. The tuning heads are just the cheap, inexpensive, Chinese-made tuning heads, and they do a reasonable job of keeping this thing in tune. I would say that you have your typical kind of very slowly turn up to the note. If it overshoots, pull it back a little, then go back up. But once in tune, it stays in tune really well, actually. I don't do any crazy bends. The most I do is like a step and a half. And this works just fine with my bending style. I don't have an issue with fret buzz. I've never even set this guitar up. I have polished the frets and I have put some oil on the fingerboard, but that's all the setup and maintenance I've done with this thing. Other than that, I just keep the strings fresh, and it holds tune, and it lets me play guitar when I'm going somewhere and I'm concerned about taking a more expensive instrument, or it might get stolen and I'm worried about that, or I'm going somewhere and I just don't care about a big temperature shift and how it's gonna flex the guitar, and I just want something inexpensive to throw around, kick around, lean up against a campfire, and use as a writing desk. I've literally done that before, just flip this thing upside down and use it as a writing desk. So yeah, and I have played this thing outside, and what allowed me to play this outside was a little battery powered amplifier. I have an inexpensive, well, let me take that back. I have a less expensive acoustic, but I just really love playing electric, and sometimes I want to be outside playing an electric guitar. And so I have this little Blackstar Fly 3-watt mini amp, and I'll show in a little while what that sounds like. But it takes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AA batteries. And those might even be, if this comes with batteries, these are the batteries that it came with, because I don't use this brand. So that's pretty cool that I've had this Blackstar for I think a year and a half maybe. I don't play it that frequently, but the batteries are still making this thing have power, still plenty of juice in it. There is a DC input for hooking it up to like the wall or something. I think you have to buy that separately because it doesn't come with the actual amp. The amp has a gain level, a volume level, a overdrive little button that lets you do higher gain, lower gain, an EQ setting, and then it has a delay setting. And I set the delay setting real short so it sounds like a little bit of reverb. But let's hear what this rig sounds like all put together. Okay, so I have my guitar at full volume, and this is where I have, well, probably can't read that very well. This is where I have all the settings. Basically, the amp's volume is all the way up and the gain is very, very low, while still able to get tone out of it, or volume out of it, I should say. And instead of moving the mic placement, I will move the amp placement, so it's right in front of the mic's grill. The cost of this microphone might be the same as the amp. It's just it's the one that I use for everything, the Sennheiser E609 Silver. So anyway, I've got a little bit of delay on there just to add a little bit of thickness to the signal. It's almost slap back actually. And then the EQ is at 10. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave it there, turn it away from you for a minute so I can hear it. I'll put it in the middle. Okay, EQ's in the middle. There you go. Highly technical process here. So here's what we have right now on the neck of this Telecaster and the Blackstar Fly. Here's what that delay setting sounds like. Here's with none. Here's where I have it right now. Okay, middle position on the Telecaster. Bridge. Cycling through all three. I mostly play in the neck position on a Stratocaster, but on the Telecaster, I think I'll stick with middle maybe. That was neck, here's middle. Yeah, flub that up. Forgive the errors, I'm just piddling around here. Yeah, I like the middle. Let's see. Cliche bridge pickup lick, at least on a Telecaster. Yep, so here's the gain at 9 o'clock with the volume adjusted to compromise. Now we'll crank it. Let's engage the high overdrive, the high distortion. Here's the high gain engaged with the gain on 9. Let's crank the gain. So like I said, I like this rig just for a grab and go kind of thing, not to be shackled to a wall since it's just battery operated. It's not the greatest sound in the world, but it is a fantastic, just don't care, want to hear an electric guitar jam somewhere kind of noise. And there is something pure about that. The desire just to enjoy playing guitar and to not get hung up on the purity, perfection of quintessential rock and roll, blues, metal guitar tone. I just want to plug in and play. And I want to do that everywhere. And so if I can take something simple to go and have that experience, that's what I'm going to do. While I was playing the Squier, I noticed that the fret ends were decent. Now maybe that's because I polished them and I just don't remember how they were fresh out of the box, but it's very easy to polish frets. And so this one I really don't have much in regards to neck shrinkage, and the back of the neck is nice and satin. So I prefer that over glossy necks because I think my action is faster. I play faster and smoother on a satin finished. So this is just a great guitar. And I think I paid around 160 to 180 for this. I didn't actually pay anything. This was a gift given to me. And it was around a holiday. So it might have been on sale at that point. But in 2023, the start of this new year, these are retailing, or at least this model is retailing for around this price. And the Blackstar Fly is retailing for around this price. So something to think about when you're considering doing a bundle gig for a beginner guitarist, or just something to grab and run with when you want to play and you don't care too much about how it sounds and more about just having the experience. So all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, make every note count.